Welcome back to the Virtual Reality Reconstructionist. If you've been with us for a while, thank you for listening. If it's your first time, welcome. You picked a great episode to start with. So this episode marks the beginning of the year 3 of the podcast, and I wanted to take a moment to slow things down, look back at what we've shown you and accomplished, and more importantly, give a clear picture of where we're headed in 2026. Before we get started, I wanted to recognize our sponsor, 𝗧𝗵𝗿𝗁.net. 𝗧𝗵𝗿𝗁 delivers practical, field-ready forensic imaging solutions, including DSLR-based 360-degree capture systems, immersive virtual walkthroughs, and training specifically designed for law enforcement and forensic professionals. Their focus on accuracy, accessibility, and training-first implementation aligns closely with the mission of this podcast. When I launched this Virtual Reality Reconstructionist, the goal is never to chase trends or buzzwords. The podcast was created to fill a very real gap. For years, I've watched agencies, investigators, and even experts struggle with rapidly advancing technology. Not because the technology didn't work, but because it wasn't explained, trained, or implemented with a purpose. We are seeing incredible tools, 3D scanners, photogrammetry, virtual reality, augmented reality, but not enough conversations about why they matter, how they should be used responsibly, and how to defend them in reports, depositions, and court. This show exists to translate technology into professional practice, to bridge the gap between innovation and defensibility, and to keep the focus where it belongs, on documentation, clarity, and truth. So looking back over the past 3 years, it's been an incredible journey. I'm proud of what the podcast has become. And we started the foundational conversations, what 3D scanning is and why calibration matters, and how virtual environments change the way we document scenes. But over time, those conversations evolved into deeper conversations and discussions about laser scanners, photogrammetry, VR and AR training platforms, AI and machine learning integration, courtroom visualizations, and real-world public safety applications, including active shooter response and training. We've had an opportunity to hear the professionals who aren't just selling us technology, but actually using it, teaching it, and defending it in high-stakes environments. What I value most is that the podcast has grown into a professional resource, not entertainment for entertainment's sake, but a place where investigators can learn, trainers refine their approach, and decision makers gain clarity before investing in technology. If this podcast has helped you ask questions, better answer them, make better decisions, and define your work more confidently, it's done exactly what we have designed it to do. So as we move into 2026, I wanted to share some professional updates with you. I've been taking on a role as a regional director of a CSI 360 product line and training. And this wasn't a decision made lightly. CSI 360 aligns with what I've emphasized throughout this podcast. Practical deployment, accuracy that holds up to scrutiny, and training that prepares people for the real world conditions, not just a demo. CSI 360's approach to forensic mapping focuses on scalability, defendable documentation, and particularly through DSLR-based 360 workflow, it allows agencies to capture scenes effectively while maintaining evidentiary integrity. In 2026, you'll have more applied conversations about how agencies actually implement 360 documentations, how training impacts outcomes, and how immersive visual evidence supports investigations, reconstructionist, and courtroom presentations. This podcast remains educational and objective, but it will also reflect real-world experience and responsibility. When technology works, we'll say it. When it doesn't, we'll talk about why. So looking ahead in 2026, it's about application over theory. You can expect episodes that dive deeper into hybrid documentation workflows, training, validation and evaluation, technology adaptation at agency levels, and the legal and ethical considerations that often get overlooked. There will continue to be a balance between solo episodes like this one and guest-driven conversations. Some episodes will be technical, others will be strategic. All of them will stay grounded in professional accountability. The core principle doesn't change. Technology is only valuable if it improves clarity, accuracy, and trust. As we begin year 3 of the Virtual Reality Reconstructionist, I want to thank you for being a part of the community. If you haven't already, make sure you have subscribed to the episode with colleagues who care about what this work is doing and why we're doing it the right way. If you're exploring new documentation methods, training platforms, or forensic imaging tools in 2026, I encourage you to stay engaged with the conversations ahead. We're just getting started. Until next time, remember, technology should serve the truth, training should prepare you for reality, and documentation should always stand on its own. This is Dr. Roger Ryan Ryder, and you've been listening to the Virtual Reality Reconstructionist. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode.